Ladies and gentlemen, we can say this with 100% accuracy now. Our mayor Muslim, our bagel's Jewish, our June is pride, Knicks in 5. I really think that we might be on the good timeline for results of things occurring in sports right now because in like a 24-hour period, we had like three really good things happen. Uh we will talk about the Knicks. We're going to talk about what happened in F1. And we're going to talk about the fact that Vegas lost the Stanley Cup final. Good for them. We hate them. We wish bad things on them.
Correct. All of the
There you go.
above. Seconded. Good
Yeah.
night. All right, that was a good show, everybody. Goodbye. We'll talk to
I
you on the
told you we
stream
were going to
spectacular.
agree this week. Yeah, Richie was saying before the show, he's like, I need to not like get animated and get angry and like hit the microphone this week. And I was like skimming what we had on the document. I'm like, I think we're going to agree on everything. We'll be fine.
We need to have some. I'll put something in there that we can disagree about. Hot dog is a sandwich. Put that
That
in
we
there.
have previously, I think, disagreed about that, but it's already happened. We can't rehash that
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have an intro for you this week. We haven't done intros in a long time.
Nah.
Um, I don't know. This is my co-host Richie. Everyone, say hi. Period. Okay.
Good
Where
start
do you
to
want
the
to
show.
start? We got a lot in here. A lot
Up
of it
to
is really
you.
random.
Up to
Oh
you.
no. I hate when you do that. Okay.
It's your
We
show.
will start
How about it?
with it's our show, comrade. We will start with let's start with Knicks in 5. I got home from a wedding with 15 minutes left in this game. And I'm sure glad I did. That was really entertaining. I think we got what we were hoping for. Maybe the only other better outcome would have been if they had won in New York, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like.
Mm-hmm.
But that certainly wasn't stopping people from going out and celebrating in the streets. It just would have been at a different level if a bunch of people had actually been there, I feel like.
Yes, I agree. Even though San Antonio was like full of every famous Knicks fan imaginable, still
Mm-hmm.
Timmy
Yeah.
was there and he was like celebrating the locker room, which is weird. That's
Yeah,
weird.
Ben Stiller was there. He like
Ben
got
Stiller.
he got like the coach's whiteboard or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are you guys here?
And you know the thing that also annoyed me about the celebrities is I think I saw a picture of Ben Stiller like holding the trophy. Bitch, you're not on the fucking team. Why are you holding the trophy? You have no business holding the trophy. You're
I
not on the
agree.
fucking team.
No, I agree with that 100%. I there's a time and place for it where like if you win, sure, you can take the trophy around. Like there's a couple of players that are going to be on like Fallon this week or something. Like fine, bring the trophy. You can let Jimmy Fallon hold it while you're on the Tonight Show. That's one thing. You shouldn't be in the locker room with the team. Like you're not on the team, to your
Yes.
point. Yeah, that's crazy. Just because you're rich and popular, I guess. I don't know.
And I saw somewhere where Spike Lee wants to take a trip to the Vatican and do
Hmm.
a Knicks trip to the Vatican because Spike Lee met the Pope recently and like got a Pope a Knicks jersey with the Pope's name on the back or
Hmm.
and and so and the Pope went to Villanova.
Right. As did
So
most of the starting lineup of the Knicks. Yeah.
as did Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges and one other or Josh Hart question mark.
Josh Hart. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're thinking we're gonna get a meetup of the Knicks and the Pope, which would be really funny and great.
That would be crazy. You know what? I am living for the recent transition of people wanting to go meet the Pope. Uh, just the fact that he's like modernized I don't know. He's like modernized this. People want to meet him. Ferrari is like coming to them and being like, please bless our steering wheel. And people from Chicago are like, here's a PR box and it says that you're cool and you come from Chicago. And like, dude, has this always been a thing or is that just like modern Pope?
No, I mean the Pope's always been cool. Everybody loves the Pope.
I guess I remember Pope Francis doing some fun stuff like that. But I feel like there was a period of time where it wasn't cool to like
Yeah.
socialize with the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
feel
I
like
think it's
Pope John
funny.
Paul II was like like he was popular. He was with the people.
Well, he had his little bust in a glass box in Buca de Beppo, so like cool. I
Yes.
don't know if you have to like give your blessing for that or if they'll just like put your head in there. Like did he have to be like, yeah, that's fine, you can do it. Like sign off.
Ours artistic was our
Like
what?
artistic license.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
crazy. Well, if anyone's listening that has an in with Buca de Beppo, you could put our heads in the little glass box in the Pope room if you want, or like a picture on the wall or something. We'd be cool with that.
Please do.
It'd be such a weird thing to be an influencer for. Have you heard? This is not something we have on the document as per usual, but there was like a trend for a while of people that were like bringing photos of themselves and their family members and like putting them in black and white and then hanging them up in a Cracker Barrel to
I
like
think
blend in
I've
with
seen
the
that. Yeah.
decor.
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
I love that. I'm like, we should try that.
Yes.
Great.
God,
Good ad. Okay.
God, where did I see Cracker Barrel was back in the news recently, and I don't remember
I don't
why.
know. Well, they had that
Maybe,
thing with their logo, but I haven't seen anything since then.
maybe it was that oh no, it was Waffle House. It was the guy from Germany who was like going to a Waffle House for the first time.
What's that
That's what
guy's
it
name?
was.
Freddie?
Freddie, yeah.
Yeah, people were saying that you know how there's like the freshman 15 like when you move into the dorms. People were calling
Mhm.
it the FIFA 15 with
Mhm.
people from other countries coming here and just
Yeah.
getting a Chili's triple dipper or like whatever it was and like experiencing American fast food culture for the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah, I sent you last night. There was this lady from Scotland who was trying Raising Cane's for the first time.
Yeah, we cannot let the Scots get a hold of cane sauce. That's too precious.
Yeah.
That's a good segue. We have on here that I think it's funny that it seems to be that the TikTok perception of it is that we're sort of treating those foreign fans being like our distant cousins coming for a sleepover or like coming to visit. Like, can Scotland sleep over every year? Like, Boston loves these guys.
Hmm.
There's been some really weird crossovers. Like, you get the German folks in the middle of nowhere. You get like the Spanish national team in Chattanooga, Tennessee. There was one I saw that was this lady that was sheltering in a hotel during a tornado warning and just like looked up on the balcony and there were a bunch of people watching it and it was the Algerian men's national soccer team. It's like, what are we exposing these people to?
That's true. Yeah, Mo Salah was hanging out in like Eau Claire, Wisconsin, or not Wisconsin,
Sure.
Washington somewhere.
Yeah. There was a map, I think. I forget which team got it, but it was a map of a team that was training in like San Diego or something and it just had like the field highlighted in red and it was like playing area and then everything off to the side was like snake area. It was like don't walk in the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah,
But I saw
I've been
I've been seeing mostly Scottish folks in Boston. That's been my crossover.
yeah, they were going down. We had like dozens of them going down the Boston Cop Slide, which is
Mhm.
on our bucket list and has been for years now at this point.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is when they're going down, everything looks normal. Like for some reason, the Scots have it down, whereas like anybody here from the United States goes down it and they come out like a crumpled piece of paper.
I'm obsessed with the logic that the internet has adopted that it seems that The Boston Cop Slide will not injure those who are pure of heart and pure of intentions that try to go down the slide. Maybe there's something to be said for wearing a kilt that like slows your momentum.
Hmm.
But there's something about it where it's the people that go down full of gusto, thinking that they're better than the slide, seem to be the ones that come out at like Mach 2 at the bottom and like hit the
Right.
ground real hard.
Yeah.
And the ones that are like, please don't hurt me, I'm just here to have a good time, they all make it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I love seeing them at the Red Sox game, and they were still doing all their chants and everything. That was
Yep.
awesome. Um, I love all the Dutch fans in Dallas. Just like that's another bucket list item is to go like hang out with the Dutch fan base because like I think they're the top of the top for me. Where are they called in the
It's not like
Oran?
the Orange Army, the Orange.
Yes, there we go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to call it Orange, but that is
It
Spanish.
does.
That is
It has a J in it, but it's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Max Verstappen, where are you?
We're right.
Do you think
Max
do you
settled
think he's
this for
gonna
us.
do you think he's gonna show up at one of the matches? Because F1 doesn't they're not back until like next week. He's got a private jet. He can go wherever he wants in a day.
Sure. It
That'd
would
be
be
sick.
fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. They got to figure out whatever the hell is wrong with that car, but it needs to lose weight. That's what's wrong with that car is it's overweight.
Yeah.
The chassis is bad apparently. So,
Yeah. Bad, bad, bad.
but that would be fun.
We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I hope yeah,
Yeah.
come on come hang out in the United States, Max, and come see the Dutch, whoever they're playing next. I don't know who they're playing next, but yeah, anyway, I
Right.
just like yeah, watching the Dutch fans like march to the stadium and then do their like little their chant whenever they do and it's like there's choreography involved and so it's like they either go
Right.
to the left
There's
or
some
to the
like
right.
jumping to the left and like
Yeah.
yeah.
Sick. So that's so sick.
It's pretty
We
fun.
need I don't know where the United States fan base is on this, but we need to come up with something better than like the only chat I know is I believe that we will win, which is so generic.
Sure. Like every sport could use that.
Yeah, yeah. So we need to come up with something better.
Hmm.
But we're not used to doing
I
that.
need to
And
know where they're getting those like smoke flares
oh yeah,
cuz everybody has those, but they last like a long time.
yeah,
Like where are you guys getting those? And also, how did you get them here? Cuz I know you didn't bring them on a plane.
yeah,
They wouldn't let you take fireworks like that.
yeah.
Like, are you ordering them? What is this? They're like these handheld smoke sticks, but they last a really long time. I'm like, I don't
Hmm.
know. That's cool. I need to know where you guys got those.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see what other fan bases is crushing it. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Yeah, I think like those two are the ones that really stood out. Oh, the Japanese fan base, also great. Do you see the videos of them? First of all, I think I sent you the video of the guy who was like, "I don't speak English," but that was,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that guy was awesome. But yeah, I thought
Hmm.
it was cool that the Japanese fans, like wherever they go, they being as respectful as they are, like they have these like blue bags that they bring with them, and they'll like clean up their own like garbage after things. So they
Hmm.
have these little bags everyone has, and they go around their section of the stadium, and they they clean up their trash, which is awesome.
Jameis Winston was in there, uh, helping the Japanese fans clean up their trash the other day.
Yeah, of all people.
What an interesting crossover.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, what was the other? There was one other really funny one I saw. I don't know. It's mostly been Scotland on my For You page. I saw them trying to throw cones on the statues in Boston, like throw them up there and like get the cone head happening.
Hmm. Who was
I
the
don't know.
who was the fan base in New York recently as well? Like they were like
Brazil?
Brazil. Yes, there we go.
I think Brazil is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were partying after the Knicks.
Hmm.
Oh, the other good one I saw was Norway. That they were like they had this big synchronized like rowing chant.
Yes. Yeah.
It was like
That's
the whole
sick.
stadium
That's
like rowing on
scary.
command.
That's
It
scary.
can be. That could be really
Yes.
scary if you're the other team. You're like, oh god.
Mhm. They're about to
Yeah, it's
kick
it's
off
kind of like
here.
the
Guys.
like the skull chant. Are they playing today?
Yeah, they're kicking off here in about 20 minutes.
Norway. Oh yeah,
So
Norway, Iraq.
if you're a betting person, go ahead and bet the Erling Haaland anytime goal. There you go.
That's free money. The line on that is probably miserable.
Yeah. For his first World Cup, so this should be fun to watch him this tournament. I don't know anything else about the Norwegian team if they're any good. I don't think they are, but
I don't know. They have Holland.
yep, that's all you need.
It's like France. They have Mbappe. They're like, okay, we got
We're
it.
good. Yep.
Yep.
I
Okay.
will say quickly before you move on to anything else.
Mhm.
I've watched because it's in the United States this year, which is great because you don't have to wake up at ungodly hours to watch these matches.
Yeah, you get like a
So
new. Well, for you, you get like a noon, a 3 p.m., and a 6 p.m. game, and I have
yeah,
like 3, 6, and 9 every day.
yeah, and so like I just have like it's great, and there's no overlapping matches. There's the expanded tournament, so there's like more games being played, and so yeah, I just have it on all day. So it's like I've been watching. I've probably watched about 95% of every match so far. Only missing, I missed a little bit of the Egypt Belgium match yesterday because I was on the road. But other than that, I've been locked in, and for the most part, it's been pretty entertaining, which is awesome. I am kind of shocked at how like good this tournament has been so far, considering the expanded 48 team field, which I thought was going to be a little tough, and the gap between the top and the bottom was going to be a lot, and so we were going to have a lot of like scores where it's like 7-1, where it's like the Ivory Coast getting beat by as many goals as they did,
Germany,
right? Against Germany,
Germany's
right?
game. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be
That
like
was Curacao. Curacao.
Curacao, yes.
7-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was going to be like that a lot of the matches, and it's not. Like to the point where Spain is drawing against Ivory Coast or whoever they were playing yesterday. Who was it? Damn it, why can't I
I
remember?
think it was. I think it was Ivory Coast.
Um, Too many teams, too many countries to remember. That's the most American thing I've ever said is trying to remember all
No,
these damn
Ivory Coast
countries.
was Cape Verde. It was Cape
Cape
Verde.
Verde, yes, thank you, Cape Verde.
There you go.
That was wild. Um, the legit like number one contender to win Spain, and then Cape Verde, who has less than 500, less than like what is it? It's like less than a million, less than. It's not that many.
Cape Verde's
They're
entire population is 530,000.
yes. There we go. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say.
It's
Less than
130 people per square kilometer.
yeah. Beating Spain, incredible.
So 130. Spain's population per square kilometer is actually lower, just because of the size of the country.
hmm
But yeah, the total population is like 49.7 million people. Yeah.
Incredible. So yep, good tournament so far. Looking forward to it. We got more coming up. United States back out on Friday. By the time you see this, their game had already been happening against Australia. They look great. U.S. looked great in their first match. I don't know if you managed to catch any of the game or not, but
A little bit against Paraguay.
that was the best U.S. men's team I've ever seen. Like it was just I don't know if I've ever seen a more. They look like a European style uh game. Like it was just incredible. I've never seen that. It was like I was like watching the women's team is a lot of fun, and as good as they are at their best, the way the men played was like equal to that. Really, like it was that good, and it was great to see Balogun 2 goals for Balogun, front runner question mark for the Golden Boot. Oh, Mbappe is probably going to beat him, but you never know. The thought of having an American win the Golden Boot at the World Cup is kind of cool.
That would be interesting. Yeah,
Not sure about.
Balogun, Kai Havertz, Yasin Ayari from Sweden, are in there. Harry Kane,
Mbappe,
Mbappe.
yeah, Mbappe scored 2 today, so he's.
Yeah,
But anyway, yeah. So there we go. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. We still have like
Mbappe.
We still have a month to go this too, which is awesome. Um, so yeah, there you go. There's
Also,
your World
like
Cup.
meanwhile, like Canada's Group B, everybody's just drawing, just 1 point, just all
Yeah.
along for the ride. They're like, no, you can win the group stage. No, you can win
hmm
the group stage. Hmm.
Yeah, we had four. We had
Okay,
four. First time ever, or first time since like 1930. We had four draws on the same day on Monday.
what a reality.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's
I will let
continue.
you talk about why you're wearing that wonderful Ferrari red hat today.
Forza
If you
Ferrari,
would like
baby.
to,
Forza Ferrari. Forza Ferrari.
not if you're
Yeah.
Charles Leclerc, but yeah.
44, baby. We're back. We are
Ugh.
so back. Um, Now I will tell you that I originally wasn't planning on waking up for this race. I was originally like, oh, it's cat track. It's Barcelona. This track isn't really good for overtaking. Mercedes. This is a track that I feel like Mercedes is going to be really good at because it's hard to overtake and it's a pretty quick track. And I was like, Lewis is starting P2. That's cool. I'm cool with the podium. I don't need to tune in and watch that at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I was like, I ended up like waking up around the time like the sun came up. I have my this massive back door here in the bedroom, and so like anytime the sun comes up, it seeps in, and so I'll tend to wake up around that time. So I was like, oh, let me see what time it is. Oh, it's 6:30. I have my phone next to me. I can just pop it on and see how the race is going. And I was like, oh, Lewis is still P2. He's 2 seconds back. It was about a third of the way through the race. I was like, I could just pop it on and have it on the background, and then, I'll fall asleep. And it turns out that I ended up getting way too locked in because because Lewis Hamilton. There was like some sort of like divine intervention. I swear, it was like an act of God or something that was like, you need to stay up and watch this because you're about to watch something special. And so I did. I stayed up, watched the whole race, and truly remarkable. What an absolutely amazing drive. This is like that's the kind of drive from a world champion, right? It's the kind of drive that we saw from Max so much last year when you have a shitbox race car for like 3 quarters of the season and you're still able to drive that thing to the front and win races and compete. And that's what that felt like watching Lewis on Sunday in Barcelona. Like that second stint was just insane what he was doing. It was just catching up to the Mercedes and forcing their hand. And so it was the second and third stint that Lewis just walked away from everybody. And even without, I mean, he got really, really lucky with the safety car, which helped him out a little bit. But even without the safety car, Lewis had the quickest car, and he's probably going to catch both Mercedes anyway.
He did. He had him on pace. They went really aggressive with committing to that third stop because they were like, "Hey, just drive as aggressive as you can the whole time. We
Mm-hmm.
know that tire deg is high, but you have the pace. Just go catch them, and we'll worry about the tires later."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the third stint comes after the safety car, and Lewis just says, "See you later," and wins the race by I think well over 10 seconds. So
Yeah,
just I couldn't believe it. I didn't think it would happen, especially after last season when he was so bad, and you can just tell by his body language it just wasn't a good fit, and the car wasn't good, and things just weren't going well. I was like, oh boy, are we? Is Lewis washed up? Is this the end of his career? Are we going to see him turn to Fernando Alonso and just become completely irrelevant at the end of his career and kind of kick his legacy to the curb in a way? And
mm-hmm.
that's not the case, man. Winning at 41 years old is the oldest winner since 1970. Again, 106 career victory, beating his own record, obviously, and beating a Mercedes, which is a rocket ship, and beating them both. And I honestly believe at this point, we're only 7 rounds in. So we're about a third of the way through the season. Lewis is only
Mm-hmm.
41 points back. I could see a possible title challenge from Lewis Hamilton in a Ferrari, which hasn't happened in like 20 years. So
Yep.
um, I could honestly see it because I feel like Ferrari at this point has the better all around car. It's just that the Mercedes engine is better, and that's where Mercedes has the edge. And
Mercedes
so
engine is more powerful, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it's more reliable.
it's not reliable. Yes, that's the other thing too. Is like even from preseason testing, the Ferrari engine is held up perfectly. There's been
Mhm.
I've had zero issues. Like they got some of the most running in preseason testing because of that. They showed some of the best reliability, and um I have a
I think
feeling as a season.
Leclerc had a little issue this week, but I don't know if it was the power steering or something else.
Yeah, it was something else in the car that broke. Um, and
That's
so
happened
like
to
I
him more than once this season where it's
yeah
been a steering failure, which is
yeah
weird.
yeah bad luck for Chuck. Bad luck for Chuck. So
Yeah.
yeah, as the season goes on, if Mercedes doesn't get more reliable and Ferrari can continue to work on their engine package, we're gonna have a battle in our hands for the championship. And boy oh boy, how good would that be for the sport if it's a Lewis versus Kimi versus George title challenge? I'd be so good. And so I'm excited for the rest of the season. I know we got to a little bit of a wonky start with the new regulations, but that seems to have quieted down over the last, at least at Barcelona. It was like not much of a problem as far as I was, watching. The cars are still a little bit slower, but I feel like it wasn't much of a problem. And we're going to Austria next, which should be great because that is a really well balanced track between, you got the high speed straight and there's a couple great overtaking portions of the track. It's a very overtakey
Hmm.
track, a lot of braking zones to recharge the battery. So I don't foresee that being an issue either. So yeah, title challenge on, baby. Let's go. I'm all in. This is exciting. I'm back on the train. I truly cannot believe that we got a Lewis victory in 2026. Ferrari's first win. Do you remember who was the last driver to win for Ferrari?
I do. It was Carlos Sainz, and I believe it was spoiling the RB19 perfect season in
Carlos,
Singapore.
2024.
It was 2024. All
Yeah,
right.
they won in 2024. Yeah,
There
because
you go.
2024. Remember how many different winners we had in 2024?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had the only person to not win from the top four was Checo.
Oh no, Checo.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, it's been a long time coming, and we're back, and the championship challenge for 8 asterisk is on.
I'm gonna ignore that. We would like to send our uh, condolences to Nico Hulkenberg after what happened to his car this weekend. I sent you that on Instagram. I think that is
Hmm.
the most wild thing that has maybe occurred since I started watching this sport. Is that his car got shut down by a piece of gravel?
Yeah.
What? the uh in case anybody is not overly familiar with how Formula 1 cars are built, you will often see this big red, it's a big circle that has an E in the middle of it
Hmm.
on the side of the car. It's usually up by sort of the airbox and things like that, by the edge of the seat where the drivers are. And that's like an emergency stop button, and that's for the marshals and things where like if they need to shut the car down to tow it, uh it's like a it's not like an eject button, but it functions the same way because it shuts it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it shuts everything down, and it's designed to be in a position where it's not going to get hit. But somehow, some way, Hulkenberg was following behind Liam Lawson, who went into the gravel and kicked up a bunch of rocks and gravel, and a stone hit that emergency switch on the outside of his car with enough force that it shut down the car on track, which is maybe the worst luck I've heard of in a long time.
Yeah. That was wild. And I think I sent you on either Twitter or TikTok the actual like in car camera of
Mm-hmm.
when it happened. I was like, yeah, wild. Like, what are the chances of that happening again? Crazy.
Like I understand that it needs to be sensitive enough where somebody with just a human hand could like hit it from the outside of the car and like activate the emergency stop, but
Hmm.
it shouldn't be sensitive enough that a loose stone would do something.
Yeah.
Like, how big was that rock?
Right. Right. Improbable.
So that was crazy.
Improbability. Improbability.
Absolutely crazy stuff. Cadillac again did not have both cars finish the race.
So I know we
Womp.
didn't talk. We didn't talk about this when it happened about Monaco. I don't think because we ran out of time.
Mm-hmm.
But multiple strange situations in that case because we had Checo finish 10th, cross the line to score the first points for Cadillac this year in their debut season.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes and pulls a Bianca Bustamante on the restart of the race and misses a grid box and gets a penalty and then gets that point taken away. So that was rough and a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pierre Gasly, we find out penalty, gets bumped off the podium. We thought we had a Hadjodium at Monaco.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go and fight in the freaking appeal system and they overturn the damn Gasly penalty later in the week. And so it bumps Gasly back onto the podium. And then they're still going at it. And like there are multiple teams fighting it in court. Like, what are we doing here, man? Like,
Yeah, they're saying that like the timing line wasn't calibrated correctly or something of that nature
because there were
because of the
multiple
extension
drivers
of
that,
the pit lane.
yeah, there were multiple drivers that had similar situations happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. They're still fighting about it. It's like I think McLaren and Red Bull are gonna go to the FIA in court and like appeal it. I I don't
That's
understand this, but okay.
can we do like a TV series called FIA Court?
It wouldn't make any sense because the rules would change every week based on whatever driver is being penalized.
And the judge of the court is Gunther Steiner.
Okay, I would take that though. I would watch that. Have you seen that thing that the FIA president is like trying to eliminate term limits now so he can be the FIA president forever? He does a
Yeah.
bad job.
Sounds
We
about
gotta get
right.
rid of that guy.
Sounds about
Yeah,
right. I mean, he rigged this last election.
it's true. Yeah, he was like, nobody can run against me for reasons. You're like,
Yep.
okay, guess we have to accept that then.
Dumb.
Dumb. Crazy. Okay. Where do we want to go? Let's go to. You said you had something good for me for tracks of the week. What do you have?
Oh, I do. Yes. Because I've been she's been popping up on my TikTok page a lot recently, and
Hmm?
from her performances at like Bonnaroo and a couple other festivals. So I've been listening to Audrey Hobart's record this week.
Okay.
Good stuff. I enjoy it. And he's got a song that I will recommend to people called "Don't Go Back to His Ass." Great song.
Audrey Hobart. The only thing I know about Audrey Hobart is what's that? Is she's got that one song, Sue Me, I think,
Yeah,
that she's
great
been
song. It's
playing
also
a
a great
bunch.
song. Yeah.
That's the only thing I know about her. It's not I don't love it for a reason that I can't really articulate. It's like I don't know. There's something about it that just kind of I'm like there's a comparison that I have between her and one other artist, but I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. But yeah, I've heard a little bit from her.
Yeah, so I've been listening to that a little bit. Like my favorite, I think one of the reasons why I like her so much is like she's actually really like funny. So, like her songs are kind of funny, tongue in cheek style songwriting, which I like. And also she's really funny to watch perform. I sent you the one where she's jumping on the trampoline,
The trampoline. Yeah.
which was great.
She doesn't have one
uh,
song where she needs to be doing all that.
exactly. Yeah, she I guess she got her start because I was reading a little bit about her not too long ago, and she got her start writing with Gracie Abrams. And then
Hmm.
that's how like she's a songwriter, and so Gracie worked a lot with Gracie, some others as well, and then she just made her own record. So there you go. That's my
There
pick
you go.
this week.
Cool. We got new role model this week, or as you call him, Benson Boone. Um, the song is called High Hopes 3000. I think there's a new record coming out. I'm I'm trying to real quick see. It is gonna be called Chuck Timely and the Hourglass. It's coming out in August.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like the lead single off of it is called High Hopes 3000,
I've heard that
not to be
song. I know that's
confused with High Hopes by Panic at the Disco,
yeah.
which
I've
is
heard.
irritating.
I heard that song. I heard his song the other day. I liked it. It was fine.
Mm. Yeah.
I want him to do a flip though. He didn't do a flip.
Yeah,
Backflip.
he doesn't really do that. He does the yeah, and Benson Boone isn't gonna do the Sally bit anytime soon,
Damn.
but we'll see.
Can we go to a bit? Can we get?
No, we're not going to a Benson Boone concert.
Yeah, and I want to hold up the sign that
No.
says, "Can I be your Sally?" Question mark.
No, no one else would understand that.
Everybody's like, "Who the?
I would not
What's
spend
happening
money
right now?"
on a Benson Boone. Yeah, they're like, you're in the wrong place, buddy.
Because that's the joke. That's the joke we create on this show. Is I can't tell the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
They're both male pop stars and they have gimmicks, and so and I just mess up their gimmicks.
No, it's true. Yeah. Yeah, I would not spend money on the Benson Boone concert.
What
Some
if
of
he
those
was?
songs, look, some of his songs are fine. I think I remember talking about some of his older stuff like early on the podcast that I was like, I like this dude. I think he's gonna be big. And then for whatever reason, his label made him release all those hootin' and hollerin' songs like Beautiful Things. Like he can sing. It's just
Yeah.
the Moonbeam Ice Cream is not a good example of what he can do as an artist, but it's
Mm-hmm.
what's popular on Top 40 radio. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Drives me crazy. Okay. Letterboxd. What do you got?
Okay. I have one movie I want to talk about this week
Okay.
because I want to get something off my chest about this movie that is pissing me off about the online discourse about the movie.
It's going to be disclosure day, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
And now we have had some friends on our letterbox watch it, and actually I'm seeing.
We also have a noted, very close personal friend of the show, Katya, that watched it.
Oh yeah. We'll get to that review in a second because I sent that
Yeah.
to you and I was like, this is completely wrong. Um. So disclosure day. I don't understand why people are so divisive about this movie because I don't really find it to be that divisive of a movie in terms of its like subject matter or anything like that. But my problem with the discourse around the movie is that I think people aren't fully engaging with what the movie is trying to say, and so it's affecting what they think of the movie, and it's affecting the discourse online because I think the biggest problem with the movie is that it is really easy. And I think a lot of us are guilty of this. I certainly am. As I've gotten older, I find myself getting more and more cynical about the world in general. It's hard not to, right? But this movie is, and it's why I ended up liking the movie more so than I didn't like it, is because this movie at its core themes are empathy and it's optimism and it's very humanist perspective. And those are three things that I have always found fascinating. I consider myself to be a humanist. And so I always find that as in general, as humans, we should all have more empathy for each other and we should all have more of a humanist perspective on life, which is that yes, all of us are different. We all come from different backgrounds, et cetera, however it may be, but we're all a lot more similar than we are dissimilar. And that's the unfortunate thing about our current day and age is people just don't understand that. And so the amount of empathy in the world isn't there. But this disclosure day is about that, about empathy. And I feel like I saw somebody on Twitter say this, and I liked it, but Twitter took away our finding our old likes, so I can't go back and find the damn tweet anymore. But essentially, the
Oh,
tweet
I'm
was
okay. I know where they are. They're hidden, but I'll show you after.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah. So there was a tweet, and it was essentially saying that like the movie in itself is different from the discourse and like and how you go thinking about it, because I think the movie itself is an okay watch, because right when I got out of that theater I didn't really know what to think of it, because it is a mixed bag of it. If you take it within its 2.5 hours, it's a very mixed bag movie. The way I described it is it is a like 3.5 star movie with a 4.5 star ending, and it gets better the more you think about it. And I think that's what I am coming to enjoy about the movie, is that it is a movie that you have to think. You have to think about what it's trying to say, and its themes are so interesting to discuss and talk about. And there's a lot of people out there that just aren't willing to engage with that. And I think that's unfortunate, because I think they're missing what Spielberg was trying to get at. And getting at my point, which is like, I think people are so cynical that that's how they think that's how the world is and that's how it's supposed to be. And so when they see something that is like Disclosure Day, where it is has this very optimistic, very humanist ending, that people just kind of disengage from it because they're like, that would never happen. That's not going to happen. What do you mean? This isn't real. What are you talking about? And that's what
true.
frustrates me about it, because that's how most people are engaging with the movie, and it's frustrating because I think they're just missing the point of it. And so I've been trying to get other people to go see this movie, because I want to talk to them about these themes and stuff like that to see if I can change their mind. Because again, like I will say again, it's about 2 hour 20 minute movie. The first like hour 45 minutes, it takes time. It's not my favorite first hour 45 minutes of a Spielberg movie, but I think it ultimately lands the plane. It gets there, and I'm still thinking about it, almost a week after I've seen it, which is hard to do in this day and age of cinema, where a lot of times you go see a movie, you're like, oh, that was fun, and you never think about it again. Like I've seen
Yeah.
a couple movies this year where I gave 3.5, 4 star ratings because I liked the movie and I thought it was fun. Couldn't tell you anything that happened in the damn movie. you know,
Sure.
so um,
Sure.
so that's my 2 cents on the Disclosure Day discourse, and that people just need to, I think, put their thinking caps on a little bit more. Thank you.
Okay. Um, I saw
Now we can
Obsession.
read Katya's review of it, because it's
Oh
so
yeah,
funny.
we should read Katya's review.
It's completely opposite of what I said.
Yeah, Katya's review was a little bit scathing on what she thought about Disclosure Day. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Da, 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 da. Okay. The tweet says, what you don't see is the suffering I endure every day trying my very best to stay positive and not post anything mean or evil on here, but I need to break my silence and let you know that I thought Disclosure Day was one of the biggest piles of shit I've ever seen. Horrible, stupid, absurd, but not in an entertaining way. So poorly written, it borders on abusive. Ridiculous, but also deeply boring. Just complete and total ass. Thank you, Katya eloquently said. Mostly, I trust her reviews on these things. Mostly, a lot of it comes from the fact that she had a long-standing bit with Trixie Mattel that she was trying to reference the movie Contact at any and all available opportunities.
Yeah.
But generally, and this is funny because this is Facebook, it also appears that responses to that are mixed on Facebook. That it's like, someone says, is this going to be the Temu version of Contact? Some people are saying this is true, and some people are saying I loved it. It requires the ability to be hopeful, so maybe that was the issue. which I think
See?
speaks to some of
See?
what you were saying. And
Exactly.
then there's a response here that says, there's hopeful, and then there's corny and plot holy. And then someone else says, I haven't heard her speak this passionately about any movie since Amelia Perez. So that's where we're at on the Katya Letterboxd standings here.
All right, there we go. Okay, so we need what's tell us about Obsession. I've already been over
Um,
my love for this movie on the show, I believe. So
yeah, I would agree with you. I really liked it. I thought it was interesting from a couple of different perspectives. Um, I mean, first and foremost, like you can enjoy it even if you don't intend to get deeply into the thought experiment of it all, where like you start thinking about uh how that wish that Bear made like fully takes away Nikki's agency and she's sort of trapped inside of herself the whole rest of the time. You could still enjoy it as a horror movie even if you didn't grasp any of why those things were horror elements, because they are just on a more psychological level than like physical. There were some good elements of physical horror in this. There's one particular scene where she walks backward for the first time, and I literally almost pooped my pants. It was horrible to watch. It was like she was moving like a stop motion Tim Burton character. Um, that was horrible. Uh, I mean, I feel like it's a sort of plot that has been done before in different genres, but this did feel like kind of a new, fresh take on it. Uh, Very funny seeing Bear's friend Ian wish for $1 billion and then immediately get aimbotted. But
yeah,
uh, it's like, dude, open up, it's real. I don't know why he wouldn't have thought it was real because he was there when $1 billion fell from the sky, but
yeah.
beyond me.
I did laugh at
Uh,
that line.
yeah, I'm like, there were still elements of it that, despite some of it was very scary and tense and like made you kind of want to hide from it and cover your eyes, and then there was some of it that was still funny despite all of that. So I think it was a good blend of those things. The lead actress, I forget her last name,
Andy
Navaretti.
Navarrete. Yes.
Indy Navaretti is great in this. She's perfect in the role. Possibly the most influential cinematic frown since Florence Pugh did it. And I was having a really great time reading the Letterboxd reviews after this movie. I forget just how fun it is to sort of be experiencing a film at the same time that a lot of other people are experiencing the film. Like, not to be really far behind watching something,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but to be sort of in the front of at least in the middle of the curve of people experiencing this movie that all have something really funny to say about it. That's like, there was one that I can remember off the top of my head, and it was like, man or bear? Well, uh, good. Just a good one. I would recommend it if you like horror movies.
I agree. Yeah, been a good year for horror movies this year, but we're on a
Mm-hmm.
really great trend. The last 2 years, really, of good horror stuff, and more to come.
I like
Uh,
it.
yeah.
I like it. I think I
Uh,
gave it 4 stars.
yes, you did. Yes, you did. I gave it four and a
Mm-hmm.
half, so I gave it a little bit higher than you did. Uh, um,
I have a hard time putting things in 4.5 because
yeah,
4.5 is nearly 5 for me. I feel like that there maybe is just like one. There's one quality that's not redeeming
that's
about
how
it that
math
makes it
works.
unable to be in the 5. But there's more of a distinction between 4 and 5 for me than there is between even like 3 and 4. I feel like,
Hmm.
and I'm not really sure why that happens. But my 5 is a very exclusive club. Um, I almost left my review as just this, but I don't know if you noticed, but when Bear is on the movie version of ChatGPT, like looking up stuff, there's a bit in his search history that says like how to play Green Day's Basket Case on the marimba, that I just thought was really funny, and it stuck with me the entire movie. I was like forcing myself to remember that so I could put it in my letterbox review.
That's funny. I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that when I first
Yeah, it
watched
was
it. So
funny.
Oh, I do have. I did one. I think there's one other movie since the last time we spoke that I saw. Maybe.
Okay.
Yes, because it was a week ago today that I saw it. I did see Masters of the Universe.
Okay. What did you think
Aggressive,
about the live action He-Man thing?
aggressively okay. That's the best way
Okay.
to describe it. It was team. I put it. My review was just Timu Thor. That's what it was. I was like, I'm watching a Thor movie.
Okay.
That's what I, and that's what it was. And so it was fine. It was yeah. It was it was entertaining enough, and I'll never
Okay.
watch it again. So 3 stars.
Yeah, that's one of those movies that you don't think about again. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
My mom had one that she texted me about the other day. It was there's a movie out on, and by the way, she hasn't seen this. She just texted me about it and she said there's a movie out on HBO Max called They Will Kill You. It looks like a straight ripoff from Ready or Not. And I texted her back and I said, I don't know how you find these movies. And she goes, it just popped up as a new release when I was on the app. I didn't watch it though. Did you? I'm like, oh, I thought you meant you'd seen it. Like, how do you know it's a ripoff? She's like, nope. Cool.
You know what's funny is I've seen that movie, and I think
Mm-hmm.
I've talked about it on the show. Maybe, maybe not. But the funny thing about that is it literally came out within 2 weeks of Ready or Not 2.
Oh,
And so, and they are very similar movies. I actually think They Will Kill You actually worth a watch.
okay.
I think it's worth a watch. There's some really fun stuff in that movie, including a Draco Malfoy appearance. So
Oh,
he plays one of the villains in the movie. But yeah, I think I gave that 3.5 stars. I think Zazie
okay.
Bates is great in it. There's some really cool action sequences and fight scenes in it too. So yeah, actually, it's nice, solid little film. Again, not one that like you're gonna go back and think about all the time or watch again. But like, okay, that was entertaining enough, to spend an hour and a half.
Sure.
Any other
Okay.
random movies to throw at me that I can tell you if I've seen or not? Then you'll be like, oh, of course, Richie's seen that.
Uh, no, but I've been told that as of today, recording, this is a thing that the internet brought to my attention, but June 16th apparently is like the day that all of the events of the Ethan Hawke movie Before Sunrise take place. Uh, and that movie I think is sort of a rom-com about, it's like there's an American student on study abroad or something and he's like leaving tomorrow and then he meets this girl on a train and they decide to get off the train in Vienna and like spend 24 hours just together and then he has to leave the next morning, which is very Before We Go with Chris Evans, which is one of my favorite movies. But I've been told that the events of that movie take place today, so I might watch that after we get off the show.
Okay, which one is this one? What is it called?
Before Sunrise?
This is a trilogy of movies, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the first in a trilogy.
Oh, here we go.
Did you know
Yeah,
that
before.
Lost in Translation is like a, it's not like a sequel, but it's like a, it's like a response to uh another movie?
Did not know that. 106. So it is 1995, directed by Richard Linklater.
Slater
Richard
reference.
Linklater.
Mm,
That's if I watch that movie, I haven't seen it, but I've heard great things about it. If I ever watch it, that for sure that's gonna be my Letterboxd review.
I know. Uh Seems like they're saying Lost in Translation is widely considered to be the predecessor and thematic counterpart to Spike Jonze's Her, because Spike Jonze and Sofia Coppola were previously married. Both films are semi autobiographical reflections of their marriage, divorce, and personal isolation. So it's like two sides of the same story told by people who were married that are both
Mm,
directors.
mm.
This is not that, but I have seen Her, and I just feel that we're steering closer to that every day.
Truth, truth. All right, there we go. That
Mm,
has been the letterbox portion of the show. I have a
yep.
movie tonight, actually.
What are you seeing?
I am going to see. I've heard a lot about this movie recently. It is called The Furious. It is a like action movie out of J- Japan, maybe. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I've seen the trailer. Looks badass. It's like yeah, it looks like a super cool John Wick style action movie. So seeing that tonight.
Okay. I heard that they're increasing the price of AMC Stubs A-List. Is that
Yes,
true?
they are. Yes,
Ugh,
I got an email about that yesterday.
brutal.
So I think it's like $27 now,
What was it previously?
like 25.
Oh, that's not horrible.
Yeah, stupid,
Still bad,
annoying, but
but
still worth it.
yeah. Okay, you have two topics on this. How did you come up with this question that's in the document right here? Is this like a
Because
thought experiment?
kind of yeah, because it came up in the Mellow chat the other day. Because
Hmm.
Corey had texted and said that she was listening to Tate McRae and she was like, Richie, you definitely need to um, wear diapers to the Tate set. and
Okay.
and the discussion continued from there and was like, well, I can just dehydrate myself. And um and so the question came up that like, well, if you pass out, some Fern was like, well, if you I'd be so pissed if my friend passed out and I had to leave and go with them instead of staying for the set. And so I came up with this question, which is, uh, would you stay in the Tate pit if I had to be evacuated due to dehydration? Because I told the Mellow chat that there's no way in hell that Jordan would leave the pit to come with me to the. It's like she's like, bitch, see you later. I ain't fucking leaving.
So I want to say yes, that I would go with you because that would make me a good friend. But realistically, the answer is no. I
No,
would
you wouldn't.
expect you to say the exact same for me, though. And here's why is because you're not going to be able to do anything for me. If I get pulled out, there's nothing you can do. That's on the medics, right?
Mhm.
But what you can do for me, if I pass out from dehydration, which won't happen, but what you can do is FaceTime me while you're on the barricade and I'm in the medical tent because one of us still has to be there with a phone to send content.
Yeah.
Like, if there's an evacuation happening, I would expect that you would stay and stand your ground and tell me what I missed. There would be no expectation that you would come with me to the medical tent because there's nothing you can do for me. So, yes, I would leave you, but I also need you to promise that you will leave me if that happens too. We are not a package deal if one of us has to get pulled out.
Deal.
Okay,
Signed, sealed, delivered.
perfect. We're gonna be fine. By the way, we're gonna hydrate properly.
Yeah,
we're gonna
hydrate.
make some friends so that we can dash to the bathroom and then come back.
Yep.
It'll be okay.
We're gonna open the pit. The pit's gonna be open.
Mm-hmm. The pit will absolutely be open. I saw a bunch of people opening the pit at Halsey this weekend, which is crazy. But like 3 separate circle pits
Mhm.
at Halsey. I'm like,
Yeah.
do we have a song where we need to be doing all that? Turns out the answer is apparently yes.
Us opening the pit to East Side Girls at the Moon set.
For real. Yeah. Us opening the pit to What I Want during the Muna set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I guess the other update is that we have, and we talked about on the show that we have, we're working on a Tate flag that we want to bring to the show. But as sort of a smaller item, not to block anybody's view, just to sort of have one. Unfortunately, I'm stupid and I ordered on Amazon without realizing the sheer size of this thing. So you'll notice if you're a long time or even a short time viewer of this show, you'll notice that behind me over here is this banner of Taylor Swift with laser eyes. I thought that I was ordering that size. And when this package arrived, it was not only not that size, but it was perhaps 90% of my height. It was 3 feet by 5 feet. I thought that I had ordered a smaller size, or maybe I just didn't conceptualize how large 3 feet by 5 feet is. I have this giant banner in my house that is the Canadian flag with a picture of Tate McRae on it, and I think I need to get rid of this thing because it makes me feel weird to have it in that size. That, like, it's the only thing that you could use it for in its current dimension is a cape. But it would be like a full body cape.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's what we were going for. So I'm gonna try again. I measured this banner back here, and it's 2 feet by 3 feet, which sounds a lot more reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna maybe try again and just start over with that. So if you're watching this show and you would like a 3 foot by 5 foot Canadian flag with a picture of Tate McRae on it, let me know and I'll send it to you, because I feel creeped out to have this thing in my house. So I'll mail it to you. Just put it in the comments.
There we go.
Yeah.
We should probably tease the stream spectacular. Are we doing
We
that
should.
this weekend? Question mark.
Yeah, I mean, you and I haven't settled on a date, but I guess we could do that right now. We're doing that sometime this weekend. I am available Friday night into Saturday, and Saturday night into Sunday. So one of those 2 days, we'll be streaming on Twitch, provided that my internet gets its act together. I'm gonna go take this router into the store tomorrow and complain. But we'll be live one of those days. We have some games in mind to play. I think I need to buy us the Backrooms game so we can figure out how to game share and do that kind of thing. That we'll play Backrooms in like the middle of the night or something. just to see how unhinged things can get. But keep it posted to our socials, because when we decide on that, we'll put out a little like itinerary with all the links and stuff that you'll need to catch up on that for us. But if you're hearing this on Friday night at 6 o'clock, there's at least a 50% chance that we might already be streaming. So go tune it in.
You're gonna have to scratch that from the record, because I don't think Friday night would be the option.
Okay.
Because I do have to work.
Night?
I do have to work in the morning on Saturday morning.
Okay.
So Saturday night seems to be the best option.
Okay, so scratch that. If you're hearing this on Friday, it's tomorrow night. Yeah, we will be live. We're gonna go on Twitch. I may figure out a way for you to stream to YouTube at the same time that we're on Twitch.
Yeah.
Something of that nature. So
actually, I'm trying to think how I can do that. Yeah. Once we should probably just wrap up the episode, and then we can just talk about this when we're in recording. So
yeah, we'll talk logistics, but keep an eye out for that. We're gonna be posting all about it, and reminding you to tune in for whatever chaos that ends up being. So keep it posted to our socials. We are at OHOBC Pod on X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and OHOBC Pod over on Twitch as well. And we will see you for our stream spectacular. Barring any weird things that happened like the last time we tried to schedule this, but you know, that can really only happen once, right? Knock on wood. Everybody knock on wood or a hard object for me. Okay. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.